Hey there, Virgo. So we're going to go ahead and look at your second half of March love reading. And if you'd like a personal reading, the links are below. If the story doesn't resonate with you, you can check out your sun, moon, rising placements. But this reading is for the sun sign of Virgo. All right. Virgo. What is going on with your love life? Present time, we have the Six of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Cups. So a lot of you may have decided that communication was not going smoothly and you're walking away from a connection, although you have a lot of emotions here still. You know, this connection, I feel like, has been going on for a while now. And you feel like there's unfinished business, but you just feel like, let me see if this is, I know this is a little bit tighter of a, okay, but with the Ten of Cups in reverse at the root of the reading, you thought this person would be your ultimate happiness, but you just, you feel like for some reason it never pans out that way. So with the Strength card in reverse, it's really, you feel like it's really hard for you. You don't even know how you're going to make it through the near future, the coming weeks and months. The Sun in reverse, you know, you really wanted this to work. If you're dealing with a Leo, especially, you may be suffering a loss here. Could also be a water sign, or we have Six of Swords, could be an air sign that you're not communicating well with also. But let's go ahead and pull some clarifiers about this. See if we can get some advice on how to turn this energy right side up. So for me, I read reversals as blockages. So that means the energy is there. You know, if it was something opposite of the Ten of Cups upright, it would be a different card entirely. This means that the energy is there and it can be manifested. Now, maybe that it's not this person and you've decided that and you're walking away, but you're really not certain about that because you feel like there's unfinished business. And, you know, the Ten of Cups, you really thought this person was your happily ever after. So can you give me a clarifier on the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords, why Virgo is having such a hard time communicating with this person, why they're walking away, or that person is walking away from them? The Magician. So I feel like for some of you, you do actually have the power to make this right. You have all the tools in your bag of tricks, right? You have the emotions, the communication, the resources, and the passion to change this situation. But the Magician is about believing, like abracadabra, as I say, as I speak, so it happens. Like, you don't have that kind of confidence is the issue with Strength in reverse, that you can turn the situation around. You feel like you've tried and nothing ever changes, but it's what you want the most, but only that good part, right? Not when things are not working. So with the Magician, saying advice is to visualize the best outcome. You know that you're never truly alone, and that this person, if not the one for you, was someone to help you manifest the right one. So if you can kind of remember the positives and, you know, visualize what you want and get clear about what you want in the future, then you can come out of this, you know, being left out in the cold energy and move forward. The Sun, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So some of you may be displaced at this time, I'm getting, for a small group of you, where, you know, maybe you've been living somewhere for a long time and you're just really tired of it, and you could have been like in a relationship or with family and you just want out, you know, you just took off for a little bit. Ten of Cups in reverse again. So you thought that this connection, you know, was going to be your happily ever after. You were gonna move in together and, you know, have a family, and this person did, I can tell with the Ten of Cups in reverse, bring you a lot of joy. So you're really missing that at this time as well. Let me clarify this Five of Pentacles in reverse, just a little more about Virgo or their person's energy. The High Priestess in reverse. So you feel like, so either something came out a secret, and that's why you felt like you had to walk away, or you feel like, you know, this person is keeping secrets from you. And they're not good in reverse. So you're kind of, you don't even want to know. It reminds me of that Mario song. I heard a remix the other day on the radio, like, I don't want to know if you're playing me, just keep it on the low. So Six of Pentacles. I do feel like this person definitely still has feelings for you. And like I said, if you really wanted this person, you can't you can't bend somebody's free will, but the best thing you can do is, especially when you're down and out, like what's the worst that can happen, is keep visualizing this 10 of cups that you wanted with them. And if you have to use them as inspiration, that's great, but you have to come to a place of getting so clear in the vision and then having non-attachment about who it is. So it kind of reminds me of, like playing Ken and Barbie or G.I. Joes. Like, you can use your favorite Barbie, and set up in your mind how you want your life to be. But at the end of the day, you have to be open to the possibility. See, once you get it up and you get non-attached and you're open to the possibility that it could be anyone to fulfill that role, then sometimes it very well can be the one you wanted the most that comes back, and all of a sudden, the vibration's higher, you two are able to meet each other more, be more equally yoked. But sometimes that person just fundamentally is not right for you, and they're the inspiration that came, as they say, to help you know what you want, which was to get really clear about your happily ever after. You might think that you love this person, but when you actually move in with them, what's it going to really be like day in and day out with them, And so imagine that. What would it be like? And if you start to realize, you may start to realize along the way as you get really honest with yourself that they really aren't someone that you would get along with. I know with my recent Virgo experience, like, all this could be great, even the day-to-day, but there could be fundamental core values. I was just talking about that with Sagittarius a little bit, that are very different. That even though the day-to-day is good when you're living in your love bubble, when it comes to reality, you may not be able to reciprocate. So you want to get in that energy of someone who can reciprocate with you. So with the Strength in reverse and the Emperor in reverse in the month or two outcome, I see through Aries season, you're going to be feeling, like you're missing your other half. And like nothing is happening really. You may be kind of restless and wanderlust, wanting to kind of travel around in your local area, or not much further than 2 to 4 hours, but you may take a lot of day trips or, weekend trips, local trips. You're going to be feeling very out of balance. Like you're trying to juggle everything, but it's not quite coming together. And again, in this deck, we have the 2 kids on the teeter-totter, but most decks, it's one guy juggling the 2 pentacles. So here, you feel like without this person, you don't have, your balance, because this was in reverse. So it's hard for you to juggle the day-to-day. Advice for Virgo is, if this person doesn't know how you feel, then you might want to take a leap and let them know how you feel, male or female. I usually go with the traditional values, and most of my clients do, where women don't pursue. But sometimes if you're a woman and he has no idea that you like him, you might want to just take a leap of faith and, and make the first move. And a lot of times it's not the first move because you've already established, contact information and all of that. But the 5, so it's technically not the very, very first primary move. 5 of Swords in reverse. A lot of you are afraid that you're going to come up against resistance, or you might be even feeling a little angry and frustrated with this person. I'm getting for some of you. With the 7 of Swords, it could be something you did in the past that you're feeling a little guilty about, or it could be that, again, you feel like this person is not being completely honest with you, and they're hiding something from you. So, you just really feel like it's really over at this time. And that's why I really want you to focus on the best outcome, because sometimes, whether it's your current relationship, things have to happen. It kind of reminds me like the tower, like things have to come down to be rebuilt. This feels like a little bit of more of a slow crawl out from that, like this, to see an ending and, finding your center. But I do feel like it's going to be much more energetic for you. So I had the Knight of Pentacles also here. Just getting, it was kind of in reverse, but I actually grabbed it in a certain way. So normally I would have flipped it upright because I was using my left hand rather than my right hand. So it would have been upright. But the Knight of Pentacles is getting, grounded in your Virgo energy. Can't remember if it was you guys just a moment ago, or Sagittarius, because I did them right before, that I was saying, look at the big picture. Put the plan in place for the universe. Put that earth energy plan in place for the universe to fill in the gaps. So it's like once you, get really clear about your vision, what you want, and start making steps towards it, even if it's as simple as just taking care of yourself and knowing that you deserve happiness and love, then the sun will shine on you. And with the strength in reverse and the sun in reverse, I'm getting that this whole process of, if you start now and you just kind of try not to dwell or focus on whoever this was or this ending and move forward and just lay out in your own mind a foundation for yourself, you are going to probably by August be seeing some really tangible, wonderful results. Could be you meet someone in August and they're the love of your life, and this person will be far behind you by then. So I want to give you some hope in that. Or it could be that if this is a current relationship that you're trying to work out, just getting a little bit clear about where you want to take it, where you want it to go. This person very, very well could, I'm getting midsummer even then if you're already in a relationship, or you're on the rocks and you want to make it work. But even then, if you're on the rocks, I feel like this 10 of Swords ending had to happen. So and so if you do go back into this, Virgo, you have to make sure that you're keeping your vibration in the 10 of Cups. Like, no, these are my standards. I'm going to behave accordingly. I'm going to make sure to be accountable, and consistent. So that's what I expect in return. And that is what's going, that's very much the Knight of Pentacles at his best, is consistent and reliable and accountable. But at his worst, he can be very stubborn and slow moving and just stall things and make them go in circles. So, be aware of how you are enacting your Knight of Pentacles energy. And I do feel like this can come for you in this year, 2024, now through the middle of summer. But for a lot of you, it might be best just to cut ties altogether. Again, this person does still care about you, but it's like taking so much out of you to come out of the cold. Sometimes it's like you can't fight fate, 8 of Cups. You might feel a lot for this person, but it might be in your best interest to walk away. So it's up to you, but I really highly suggest just getting clear about what it is that you want and not so much focusing on who it is going to be. Like, just knowing that you can find those qualities and elements in other people who might have better things, or you can literally manifest it to where your person starts to behave, on their better side, right? That you interact with that good side more of the time rather than that side that, creates challenges. So I hope this helped to bring you some clarity, Virgo. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and light. If you are single, please do submit to divinetimingdatabase.org. I'll put the link below. To meet someone that you're astrologically compatible with, and I just got a message to pull you guys. Go ahead and do a little bonus here for you, Virgo. Pull you a card from the Astro Oracle. And if you want a personal reading from me, you can get a video response tarot reading on rotation411.com, and I have all my astrology readings there. Or if you want to just chat with me live, you can find me on readings.psychicsgold.com, and there you can also submit a written question to me, and I'll get back to you with a written answer. So between rotation411.com and Madeline on readings.psychicsgold.com, you have a few different options on how you can order from me, and different price ranges as well. So we have Chiron here with Ceres. These are asteroids. So Ceres is about nurturing and Chiron is about healing. And Chiron is the wounded warrior. So that's kind of, a lot of you are in that energy right now of just feeling very wounded and healing. But I want to go ahead and read Ceres too, because I know the asteroids pretty well, but this is one I don't know as well. So might as well study it with you, Virgo, before I go. Let me just find it in the book. Okay, Ceres, number 29. So we have number 28 and 29, if that means anything to anyone. Ceres, nurture. Ceres is a dwarf planet between Mars and Jupiter, named after Ceres, Roman goddess of the harvest, food, earthy, fertility, and mother of Proserpina, goddess of the spring. When Pluto kidnapped Proserpina, I feel like I'm not saying her name right, you guys. I know this story though. This actually would be the aspect Sun square Pluto. or Sun opposition Pluto in Synastry. So if you're dating anyone whose Pluto is square opposite your Sun or vice versa, they would this Pluto would apply to the Sun would be Proserpina, or possibly even Venus square Pluto. So when Pluto kidnapped Proserpina and took her to the underworld to be his queen. No, actually, I would even say Saturn square Venus and Pluto square Venus remind me of this story. Okay, so back. When Pluto kidnapped Proserpina and took her to the underworld to be his queen, Ceres threatened to starve the world until she was returned. Ceres was Proserpina's mother, I believe. Ceres signifies our relationship to food, for better or worse, cultivation, and the safety or loss of a child. Okay, Ceres' ancient rites initiated people into the secrets of death and rebirth through the symbolic harvest, which was cutting the heads off of grain with the scythe, burying them, and new life is said to arise. Action: mother and be mothered. Nurture and cultivate that which is growing, whether it's the harvest from the earth, the child from the womb, or the art from the artist. Real love can mean tough love, doing what's best for your beloved, even if they hate you for it. See, that's where I felt like some of you are kind of feeling that ending, like tough love. But it might actually, help to bring in a better, happier, make the connection elevate to a higher level. But it's like you have to go through this death before you can have that 10 of Cups together. Love and nurture your own body with healthy, whole foods. Take them as communion with the organic world. Feel the earth beneath you holding you. Loving you through hard times. Let this abundance flow through you to others. Advocate for those who are weaker, vulnerable, or dependent. If your progeny, your project, or your harvest is being taken from you before ripening, be ready to starve the world until they are safe. Witness with strength and power. When the time is right, be willing to let go. For your progeny or creation to flourish, they must embark on their own journey. Remember, I was kind of saying that, like letting go of who it has to be, that non-attachment. Once your job as nurturer is complete, let go and step into the next level of your own mastery. That's what I'm saying. So some of you had to turn your back on someone, whether that's going to bring in someone new, but it's going to take, a few months, or bring them back better and you can reconnect. Challenge. Do not mistake smothering, enabling, or infantilizing actions as signs of love. That's codependency. Once you release the object of your care, your life is not over. A new mystery begins. Gift. There is sacredness in your daily life. Loving, feeding, nurturing, gardening, and being in family, whether chosen or biological, are all part of your powerful spiritual path. The mother holds you. Alright, Virgo, I did that little bonus for you. Don't tell the others. I'm probably not going to be doing that for them this time around. And I hope this helped I hope you stuck around till the end. Again, I told you how to see my readings, so lots of love and light.